I've realized that the friends that have stayed in my life, they're the ones that have continued to grow with me. They've been able to learn and take on the things that I have been doing. For example, when I find TikToks and reels that make me think of people, I send it to them intentionally, be like, hey, this made me think of you. And then I had a friend, he reciprocated that for the first time. He sent me this TikTok that reminded him of me, and he sort of had a thoughtful message, giving me compliments and making me feel good. And I was like, wow, like I did that and he picked that up. And like I was like, okay, no wonder he's in my life, because he's growing with me. Another thing I like to do is during Christmas, New Year, for people who, I really enjoy or want in my life, I just sort of send them a Merry Christmas message, wishing them the best for the new year. It's something I usually do. And yeah, I had a friend who usually doesn't think of me or usually doesn't send those messages, send me a Merry Christmas. And that friend is the type of person to get a bunch of that inbound, where like she has a bunch of friends wishing her Merry Christmas. She has no need to go out of her way and message me or message someone else Merry Christmas. So I was shocked. I was like, whoa. And then the third thing happened. Something I like to do is when people are flying off or traveling, I like to check in and be like, hey, how's America? Hey, safe flights. Like I write down the day of their flight and just check in to see how they're doing. And this friend, she randomly checked in and was like, hey, how's Japan? While I was traveling. So I was surprised, and this all happened in a small amount of time. Like all my friends started, a lot of them, I thought they were dropping off as I was sort of growing and going to this next chapter of my life. But they really impressed me with those little actions. And I think it's a sign from God that like, hey, Andy, keep doing good, keep giving. People are picking it up. People are appreciating it, picking it up and reciprocating it. And eventually you're going to meet someone that can reciprocate it all. And at the same time, you now see and understand that like, hey, you just go through life and people who can keep up on the journey will keep up and those who can't will drop off, and it's fine. Because it's so amazing when people keep up and grow and reciprocate those things that they normally would not do, but they see you do and they've picked it up. So I guess people who stay in my life are the friends who have adapted and taken on positive qualities that I try to hold for my own friends and mentors. So I guess the conclusion, the moral is, one, realize that if you keep being yourself, keep giving value, that people will observe, learn, and eventually be able to pick it up and reciprocate it if they're sort of growth oriented. Two, there are people that can grow with you and can go through life with you, and I previously had the thought that like you keep losing people at each chapter and you meet new people, but this showed me that people can actually grow with you. And three, don't have expectations for people. Don't have expectations for people, and you'll be surprised when people do reciprocate or do these things that you usually do and you rarely see people do, and it surprises you. And don't jump into that mistake of now expecting more. Like now they've been able to do this, there's a good chance like it's going to be a while till they scale that, they pick on other traits. Like everyone's going at their own pace. And have no expectations and let people go at their own pace. And if their pace is literally just standing still where they are, that's okay. Have no expectations. Keep giving and be optimistic that there's a possibility. Previously I thought it was a possibility, but now be optimistic that there's a possibility that they can start walking as they see you. running towards your goal with optimism.